You did not enter a number. Goodbye. Thank you for calling Call-In Studios host and call screener line. Please
enter your 6-digit PIN number. Welcome, host. You have not started a show session in Call-In Studio and cannot yet receive calls on Talk and Shit Get and Clicks. Please visit the Call-In Studio website and begin your session. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Call-In Studio web interface. Audio recording is on.
Talking shit, getting clicks. It's your boy Mo 3 times. What's good, everybody? Can anybody hear me? I got a feeling. What's up, everybody? Can you guys hear me? No, not at all. This is crazy. I'm gonna try something real quick. Cato's always off. Yo. I can't hear anything. Hey, can you guys hear me? Yeah. You guys hear me? Now? No, you can't hear? Oh, can I hear? Let me see if I can hear myself. Let me see if I can hear myself. I can hear myself. Let me see if I can hear myself. I can hear myself. There we go. Let me see if I can hear. It's crazy. There we go. Here we are. I was waiting for you guys to get in here. Cato's off, as always. She's off. She don't work Fridays. She don't work no Fridays. Or else. How's everybody doing? It's good to see everybody here in the chat. For all the billions and billions watching worldwide. Here we are. Another week's episode of the We episodes. Honestly. Seriously. If Richie Revolution's out there, I sent you an email. It has a guest call-in code and a passcode for you to just hop in whenever you're ready, my friend. You know what I mean? Can you dig? I gotta fix this plugin. I can't wait so we can just Here I am, guys. I went away for a second, but I am back. Fix my hat. And here we are. Another week. Let's get the chat going. Let's bring up the chat. Oh man, you guys are giving me happy birthdays. I appreciate it. Frankie D is in the building, mainline. Got Kato, Ramit. How's everybody doing? I got a great show for you guys. I'm glad you're here. I am glad you're here because I got a great show for you. I got a great one. This one, hey, listen. This button just says sound 4. I have all my buttons labeled in here, but for some reason, this button is not labeled. Thank you. Thank you for all the birthday love. I appreciate it. But if you guys want me to push the button, let me know. Let me know in the chat if you want me to push the button. Say push the button. I'll push the button because you know I'm up for a dare. I'm up for a dare right now. All right, I'm gonna bring the chat up, and then we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. Yeah. We are going to talk. Look at that. See, I changed the chat again. Streamlined it a little bit. Hope you guys can see it. Hope it looks great. I can see it on the. And it does. It looks pretty good there. I like it. Maybe a little bigger. A little bigger. There we are. It is my birthday. It was my birthday. And it was a great day because you know what? I was above the earth, breathing, kicking around, doing what I do, putting together great shows for you. And I need applause for this because I got to let you guys know what you have in store. That's right. Come get your boy, Paul Pierce, wilding out here in these streets, sex, drugs, and live streaming. Yeah. We're also going to talk about affirmative action. It is on the line again. The Supreme Court could be making a judgment regarding affirmative action, specifically in colleges and universities as a suit was brought. We're definitely going to talk about the Interstate 95 overpass bridge collapse and the detours and just the craziness surrounding that. I got some footage. This is not for the faint of heart. This show for adults. This show is for adults. This one's definitely for adults. Put the kids away. Put them kids away. Put them babies away. Am I looking into the camera? Huh? Am I looking at you over there? Put them babies away. I mean, you know, unless they're with it. All right, so you know what? I was, setting up the show today, and I'm scrolling. I should have been really, really working on this show because, preparation and everything like that. That's all they talk about. They talk about that good things. But I ran across this video. I don't know how I ran across it, but I ran across it. I got a link. I'm going to just play it. It has nothing to do with any of the subjects we're talking about tonight. It is definitely a side mission. You know I'm famous for running them side missions. You know what I mean?
What's the matter?
I am.
Do you miss me?
Right. All right, so check this out. I'm going to play it for you. It'll probably have some ads, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Not going to worry about that. And you know what? I made a nifty little boom right there. So you can see the video up top. I got my chat down there. Look at this. We're doing big things here. We're going to have an ad.
Here at Town Hall, we work day and night.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. It's Friday's Eve. We're about to get it. Listen to this video.
A middle school pride event took just a terrible turn in Burlington.
Parents and teachers outraged over the response to a middle school pride event.
Parents angry at Town Hall over intolerance at Marshall Simons Middle School.
Instead of showing support, some students allegedly destroyed decorations there.
Parents, teachers, and school administrators are furious with a group of students who protested Pride Day at their school. Instead of wearing rainbow clothes, these students showed up wearing American flag apparel, chanting, "My pronouns are USA."
The incident behind this happened 2 Fridays ago here at Simmons Middle School. We're told a group of students started chanting, "My pronouns are USA," and tore down some rainbow banners while another group of students was setting up a pride display.
Kids were asked to wear rainbow clothes in honor of Pride Spirit Day, but some organized a counter-protest wearing red, white, and blue or black.
Students were invited to show their pride and wear rainbow clothing in celebration of Pride Month. Students wore wore red, white, and blue clothing, chanted, "My pronouns are USA," and destroyed rainbow decorations at the school.
Pride posters were ripped down, stickers ripped up. Some students chanted, "USA are my pronouns," and students showing pride were intimidated.
These displays of intolerance and homophobia are unacceptable.
This type of intolerant rhetoric starts in the home.
It was an unruly disruption, in fact, that was organized ahead of time.
It would be naive of us to think that what happened at the middle school won't escalate into something more tragic in the future.
The acceptance and visibility of LGBTQIA people is not being shoved down your throats, it's being normalized, finally, and thank goodness.
Middle school should be a safe place for all students to express themselves, to make mistakes, and to learn from each other.
It's sad that these kids are learning this, and this is the world we're living in. It breaks my heart.
What really got me upset was when kids started feeling uncomfortable for wearing a rainbow shirt, or teachers started feeling uncomfortable for trying to support the effort.
You know, I can only speak for my daughter. She didn't want to wear that to school. It's not that she wanted to hurt anybody's feelings.
She says her daughter felt coerced to participate in the Pride event and was offended by some of the messages, like this quote from Tennessee Williams.
Human heart cannot be straight. It is curves and winds. And my daughter just kind of said, you know, Mom, that's offensive to me, who I am straight. My thing that I teach my kids is just be kind, and I wish the schools would just kind of pump the brakes on what they're shoving down these kids' throats.
This isn't the first time that Pride Month celebrations have created problems in schools. Students at a high school in California were allegedly subjected to watching a Pride video in a math class. Clearly, the video made some students very uncomfortable. But instead of hearing their concerns, the teacher threatened them with detention for voicing their opposition.
The harsh reality is...
Yo, so what do you guys think about that? Oh, yo, regard me. Guess who I got on? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on the guest line, Richie Revolution. Did I say that right?
What's going on, man?
Sir, what's up?
Sitting here going through some books and reading, studying as always.
As always. Good deal.
I heard you say 95. What's you getting into?
Yeah, we're definitely talking about 95. Let me take you guys back to the show. First of all, you know what? I have no manners at all. I have no manners at all. I have no manners. What I really want to do is just introduce myself.
All right, can you hear me better?
I can hear you great. Mo 3 times on the line right now. We have Richie Revolution of the POE podcast. He's gonna help navigate this shit. Not shit, ship. You know what I mean? So here we are. All right, so just to let you know, here's the show. We're talking about Paul Pierce wilding out. We're talking about affirmative action and Asian students. Listen, we're talking about Asian American academics appearing aggressive against affirmative action. That's what I do right there with the A's. Throw your A's up. And then we're also going to talk about, man, the tragedy that is the I-95 overpass collapse. And we're also going to talk about the driver. And I have some very, very shocking footage of it all. So we're all going to go through that tonight, Thursday, YouTube channel is Talking Shit, Getting Clicks. This is the Me episodes. Richie Revolution is here with us. The Jump Out Boys are here up in the chat. I mean, it's the we episodes. Am I lying? I mean, once
You're
it
not
flips,
lying.
once it flips in the background. All right, that's enough of that. So yeah, I just showed a video of a middle school having what they would call a revolt against Pride Day celebrations. Did you all guys watch that video? And tell me in the chat what you thought about it. Hey, Revolution. Question.
Yes, sir.
Did you call me on the guest line? Are you in on the guest line or?
I didn't. I just called in regular. I didn't have the guest line. I didn't know if I had the guest line number or not. Never received it.
I sent it to your ProCal. I sent it late. I couldn't use my phone because, you know. But yeah, check that out. And then once you get that, just pop out and then pop back in on the guest line so we can keep these things freed
Okay, so I'm going to pop out right now, then I'm going to pop back in, okay?
Did you get it yet? I want to make sure you get it.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I got it. I'm going to pop out, then I'm going to pop back in.
All right, awesome. He be back. All right, so we just saw this video. Middle school students having a revolt against Pride Day celebration, and there were, a couple of key points that were made in there. There was a couple key points, I would say, on both sides that were made. And let's start backwards. From they showed a teacher admonishing students and threatening them with Saturday detention. She was going to breakfast club them kids. That's what she was going to do. She was going to breakfast club them. And I got to play this back for you. I'm going to play it back. Let me cue it up. Guys, I cue my own stuff. It's mom and pop shop here. Let you know. I thought Revolution was back on. All right. So this is what we were watching. We were watching My Pronouns Are USA, and this is the video.
Here at Town Hall, we work day and night to bring
From Yuma, Arizona.
I realized if you mute some of these videos over the ads, when the actual video plays, it plays muted.
A middle school pride event took just a terrible turn in Burlington.
Parents and teachers outraged over the response to a middle school pride event.
Parents angry.
So look, it looks like a bunch of middle schoolers came in to class on Pride Day, a lot of them. And instead of wearing the rainbow colors that the school, requested that students wear if they chose to wear, not forcing them to wear, they wore red, white, and blue, the colors of the great old United States of America. And they started a chant, and I'm not going to lie. I am a big fan of protest chants. Whether I agree with them or not, this one, to me, was, it was kind of clever. My pronouns are USA. Yeah. I really want to push this button. I have a button on here, chat. I have a button. And I would like to push it. And tell me in the chat if you would like me to push the button. All right. I need some feedback here. Right? So this is what they're saying. So these kids were having a revolt. Now, as middle schoolers, I think protests are great. I think kids should learn how to protest, but it looks like they were a little destructive. And I think that is the actual attitude. That's the behavior that should be challenged right now. Is that their other classmates were celebrating a day, and even though they didn't want to be a part of it, and even though they went to protest it, there's a difference between, protesting peacefully, which I don't think anybody would disagree. If you're on a school grounds, you can protest, but it should at least be peaceful. It doesn't have to be legal, But peaceful, I would think it should be in that peaceful range, especially on school grounds. So when you're ripping up, you know, decorations for the event, I think that's where we're getting into, you know, a little shady territory. Some of the school board members and their teachers said that it was a reflection of the parents. You did see a parent that said her daughter was not comfortable with celebrating Pride Day, so she did not take part in those celebrations because she didn't feel comfortable with it, and that she took offense to some of the paraphernalia and decorations and flyers that were coming out there. Mindy Green, join the Jump Out Guys team. Hey. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the show. Click like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and then hit the alerts. That's what we're going to do. I got this little thing right now I'm going to hit just for you, Mindy. Bink, bink, bink. Should be making a little noise. So you get a little ding, and then we're out. Right? Do that, guys. Straight up do that. We're on 19. We're up now. We're in the 70s now. 70 of you maniacs running around out here with me. But this is what we're doing. We're watching this. Got a call in the queue. If I have a call in the queue, I'll pick it up. No. Revolution, call in. What are you doing? But there we go. So tell me what you guys think, chat. Is it a huge big deal? Was the teacher was admonishing the students specifically because they were being little assholes when she's just trying to show this video and get it out the way? You know? You can disagree with something, but you don't gotta be a jerk about it, right? Uh-oh. I hear my dog outside getting yelled at. But yeah, I crossed that video. I thought it was a crazy one. I'm gonna tell you what though, just for you guys, I'm gonna put it in the chat. If you feel like going out there and checking it out, please do. Somebody got the. Do not shock him. Don't shock the dog. Don't shock him. They don't care. All right, so if you guys want to check out that video that I just showed, by all means, check it out. This is definitely a First Amendment conversation. I don't think it's just a First Amendment conversation, Frank. The only reason why is because they started destroying the kids' stuff and stuff. That gets a little criminal there. I do love their little banter back and forth. I like that they set up their protests and they decided to wear red, white, and blue. It seems like it was well organized by the kids, and we're talking about middle school kids are, learning how to go out there and fight for their rights and voice their opinions. The only sole issue I have is that during Pride Celebration Week, they shouldn't have ripped up the Pride flyers or whatever. They should have just chanted their little chants, wore their red, white, and blues, and kept it moving. Now, it can be a deeper discussion of whether we should have anything promoting sexuality in school, not just talking about LGBTQI plus elemental P's. I mean, how should we go about educating our children? Someone did say that they're trying to normalize it. There is an argument that there's kids out there wrestling with feelings and committing suicide out there, but what's the numbers? Is this all for one and one for all, or are we going off of, statistics like we usually do with everything else? Huh? What do you think? What do you think? Let me know. Let me know. Call-in line is 313-825-5557. We had Richie Revolution on, but he gone. He said he'd be back, but he gone. He's gone. He's gone. Come back, Richie. I really want to push this forward button. I'm going to push it. I don't care.
That's the bullshit. that irritates the living hell out of me.
Yo, I did that. I made that button. Yeah, you see all these things. Hit me on all these Twitters and talking, gettings, the real talking, getting on my Cash App. If you guys want to buy me a drink for my birthday. I'm telling you this one. I mean, it is the Talking Getting official Cash App, but it's not going to the show at all. It is going to the whiskey. The whiskey. Maybe some Kinder Buenos. All right, maybe that. Insane. I want to talk about 95. I definitely want to talk about the 95 crash. And it took place on Sunday morning around 6 a.m. And it was a truck, privately owned truck, carrying a petroleum fuel-based oil tanker carrier on the back of its truck that hailed from Pennsauken, New Jersey. The company in Pennsauken had nothing to say about any of the mess, but I'm not just going to talk about it as, you know, somebody having to take detours or messing up traffic, or, you know, even the life that was lost in the accident that caused all of this. We're also going to talk about how easy it is for these beams and the support beams that hold up these highways and overpasses to fail under not even high stresses of heat. You see this fireball behind me? This one poof of fireball could probably melt one of those beams on there. So we're definitely going to talk about that. And I'm back. Good. So let's get to it. 95. All right. So first of all, what I saw mostly was a crap load of memes. You know, I saw a extraordinary amount of memes. ¿Por qué? Why all the memes? I'm just showing you. I'm throwing these pictures out there. I'm throwing these pictures out there for you guys so you can just see. And this right here, that picture right there is the actual underpass. That's what it looked like before the accident. This man picture here, his name is Nate Moody. First name Nathaniel, they call him Nate Moody, 53-year-old. He was driving a vehicle that crashed and caught fire, and he died in that horrific crash. I am going to show some footages. Check this out. They just rolled through that. I mean, it's kind of silly to do the oh no TikTok when, you know, there's a guy that has just perished in that fire you just rode through. But yeah, here's some of the other. Look at that destruction. Here's a map. Frankie D, you used to live over that way, didn't you? Come to think of it, near Cotman. Here, we'll play the video. We'll play this video. Hopefully there won't be an ad. I said that. Didn't I say hopefully there won't be an ad? Ooh, Duck Dynasty is back. Ooh, they got a family treasure now. Uncle Sid, I'm not gonna lie, I liked him. Look at this Chaos. Yeah, Cotton Ave. like tours down.
Right on 95 right now.
He sounds fat. I'm not even gonna lie. Nothing against fat people, but he just sounds fat. You can tell he eats cold cuts.
Brush fire. Look at that. Brush fire on I-95.
You see that bump he's going over? That's the overpass right there. He just rode over the part that probably collapsed moments after he rode over it. As you can see, there it was. And let's bring it on back. Bring it on back. Let me back up a couple. Here it is. Now, guys, do you see those blue support beams under there? I got a pacing script, and I'm not even on my pacing script right now. I'm not even gonna lie, but let me check the time. All right. Okay. Look at those blue beams over there. Those are exposed steel beams. Steel is a very, very strong material. It is very strong. Yep, Pops used to ride that 95 every week. Look at that material. I got another button in here that's not labeled. I'm going for it. Oh, that reminds me of something. We're going to get back to that. But all right, first, let me talk about these steel beams. All right, so check out these steel beams that are supporting the road above, keeping the road above from the road below, right? These are the beams that melted. Now, I don't know if you guys can see my cursor traveling from right to left. That's how the vehicles would travel over that bridge. And when you saw that car go down in the last video we just saw, you saw it go down in a dip, which means those beams underneath had bowed. And the reason why those beams bowed is because of, we know there was a fire, and it happened to be a tanker truck that had flammable liquid in there on fire, causing a shitload of heat. And like I said before, calm down. Calm down about 3 times. Calm down. Calm down. It is something, Flash. You want to know why it is something, Flash? It is something, Flash. Because this has happened before. This has happened before. You won't believe me. I'm about to show you. Why we do this? I could have sworn I thought I have, I think I'm subscribed to Washington Post, guys, not New York Times. Blah. I mean, they're both, whatever. Let's continue our upgrading. All right, here we go. Somehow they let me pass the paywall. Don't ask. I did ask for my birthday for a flipper. It's a little device. If you see one out there for me, it's still not too late. Check this out. Boom. This happened in Oakland. Same thing. Truck caught fire, tanker truck, and look at that catastrophe. Look at that catastrophe. Look at it. Because the tanker truck caught fire. This happens. It happens not too often, but it happens. And when it does happen, it is devastating, as you can see. Now, the collapse in Oakland happened about 3 o'clock in the morning. So fortunately, nobody was riding on the road at that time. And so nobody was hurt. But there we go. Now I'm going to break down the science to you. Because, I got to get scientific. I'm going to get scientific on there. We already know. I'm going to tell you that obviously the mayor's working, to get repairs done. He's already declared a state of emergency. It is jacking traffic up. Traffic over the bridge on the New Jersey side is already jacked up because we had the collapse of the other highway thing on 42. Earlier, last year before? And they're still rebuilding that. And they've messed up. Traffic is jacked up. Please, all my Philly people, I love you guys. And this is a little side mission, but it is also a PSA for all my Jersey drivers to let you guys know that when you're on the highway, you do not have to hang out and go cruise control in the left lane. It seems to me I'm always seeing Pennsylvania tags, cruise controlling in the left lane. doing the speed limit in the left lane. You know, the left lane is for passing. Get over it. It's going to be okay. Get over it. You're not missing anything. Enjoy the drive.
Ooh, I like.
Enjoy your drive down to the shore. Stop hooking up traffic. Stop it. I was trying to be cool, but it irritates me because I'm gonna have to go home. I gotta go work early tomorrow so I can leave early so I can miss all that. Yeah.
Hated it.
All right. So what I'm saying is that look at these are the beams. There's more of the destruction, right? That's Nathaniel. There are more pictures of Nathaniel. He was the driver of the tanker. I remember this Cotman Ave here, right? It was about 15 minutes, but really not that far, right? Look at the devastation. You know, and we just saw video of people actually driving over that. So luckily nobody was hurt in there other than the driver who actually crashed. But my whole thing has been, hey, why did it fail? Why did it fail? And you know I be Googling stuff like, why did the overpass fail? And I came up to engineering.com. Check out engineering.com. You can log in and sign in for free. I mean, I'm not getting paid anything for it, but I also do want to show companies that I can, you know, boost their product, especially when it's good product. Engineering.com is awesome. It has a whole bunch of different resources and communities of people who are engineers. They're engineers in every different field. I'm talking about electrical engineers, medical, IT, obviously these, what do they call it? Engineers that do the bridge? Civil engineers. And that's how I came across Rupinder Tara and his article. I reached out to him like a crazy man trying to get him on the show. But what he did was he wrote as you can see, reading time, 5-minute, concise, nice little simple article to break down exactly why this happened. So he did it so simply that I am going to summarize it for you. It was the heat. It was a lot of heat. Like I know we have the conspiracy about jet fuel melting the beams and the towers, even though we know it kind of felt demolition. So I was like, oh man, it was like when they bring down one of the casinos in Vegas. That's how it was looking like in New York that day. But what I'm saying here is that it's the heat. And you guys are saying, duh, but let me tell you how much heat it takes to cause that little bump that we saw my man driving through in the video, the little social media post video that I showed you previous to going into this. And you want me to tell you how much? 1,100 Fahrenheit. That's all it takes to cause this amount of destruction. That's it. 1,100 degrees. Yeah. So you're saying more 3 times, like 1,100 degrees. That sounds hot. Yes, it is hot. Don't get it twisted. It is hot. But let me tell you what. I mean, your local pizza oven gets up to at least 900 degrees. That's how they get that crust like that. You know what I mean? That's how you get the good crust. That's how you get a good chew, a good grippy crust. 900 degrees, guys. We're talking about, I mean, I would say thousands of times a day of heavy transportation equipment bringing flammable materials under and over these bridges and overpasses. Do you think that maybe we might want to find a solution to at least keep these beams from melting until at least the fire department can get there? Bitch, I'm from Cumberland. I didn't mean to hit that button, but I mean, it's never a not right time to hit that button. So, Rupinder Tara says, hey, What else is made out of steel? He says safes are made out of steel. How do you make a fireproof safe? Because there are fireproof safes. He says you coat them shits in concrete. Concrete. Right. But then there would be a problem with that. You're coating them concrete, but you're adding extra weight to the structure. How sound is that? And you might be protecting from fire, but how much protection is coating these beams in concrete going to do, say, if you're in an earthquake or like a tornado or something like that? That's probably a little dicey, but Rupinder also talks about that. And his solution is simply this: develop beams that have higher melting points. And I don't know what we do. We throw some alloys in there. Does it make the beams more expensive? Is this something that we knew that we should have done and had done? I'm talking about in the beam highway building business. Are we going to find a memo saying that, hey, these beams under, not even ludicrous heat, just under, a good deal of heat will be compromised? No.
The American dream is dead.
I'm back with you guys. I saw it on the news. Yeah, I'm going to take a while to I know, guys, I'm just coming back to the chats. I'm seeing it. If everyone could use cruise control in the right lane and stay out the fast lane, if not for exactly. I've been known to drive in and cut in and out of traffic, but that's not really me. Like I like to arrive alive. Even when I was younger, I'd be like, yo, you're speeding. You are hauling ass, bro. We're still at the same red light. And when we were on 95 going up north, down south, like, oh, man, I still caught you at the same gas station filling up, bro. Where's Richie Revolution? That's all I want to know. Where is he? Where is he at? Where is he? Oh.
I'm here.
Okay. Did you use the guest line?
Yeah, I tried to text you. Yeah, I used it, but it didn't let me go through.
I hope I didn't change the password or anything. The same password. Yeah, that's the one. Call the guest line. Guest call in. Then this is the number. Then the show number, and then you got a pin, and then it lets you in. So you can come in. Whatever. But Richie Revolution, you're here with me.
Let me in with the pen.
I'm not going to do you like I usually do you. You know what I mean? Because I'll be muting and hanging up on you, but you're locked in with me right now. Richie Revolution, y'all. Let's try this. Bra, 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 bra. Bra, 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 bra. So have you been listening to this 95 stuff that I've been spitting?
Yeah, I was listening.
It's crazy, right? You want to see the video? I got the video.
Yeah, no, I see the truck caught on fire under it, right?
Yeah,
correctly?
It's crazy, right? So I should.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you got to figure it. After a while, yeah, and that's not the Twin Towers though.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not the what?
Under that much heat and that sitting, like I have to pour it to melt.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely had that. For him to be sitting right up under it, just right there like that.
Easily.
I mean, it's expected after a while.
I mean, but hey, it's not even. It wasn't. It's crazy, but to even know, to go on, engineering.com and say that, hey, it only takes that amount of Fahrenheit in degrees to basically compromise an entire portion of a highway, thus compromising, a more huger, I can't even talk right now, like a wider amount of that highway. That little piece of highway has done so much damage to travel, to commerce, to a whole slew of things that I can't even think of right now, that I know the chat is thinking of right now for me. You know what I mean? So if this is something that we can prevent, shouldn't we prevent it?
I mean, if you want them to go around the city and now start taking down all the other bridges that have those little overpasses, because the only problem you're going to really have that at.
No. That's not where I'm going with it. I'm not trying to rip down the bridges, but I'm saying, hey, can we get it like a spray-on coating? Can we flock it with some flame retardant, something? Just something enough to give the fire company a chance to get over there and you know, put out those big flammable chemical type fires. That's all I'm asking.
So we should have like a fire, some type of extinguisher that gives us the capabilities.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I said kind of like having an extinguisher that will give us the capabilities to like do something to it, just to do it until they come.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't have a normal. I wouldn't.
They got there.
Like I get it, but I mean, like fire safety of that magnitude. That's not like a CPR class. They train their asses off to fight those fires, especially something that's coming out of a tanker truck. Man, you don't know what you're dealing with. But they need to do something.
An unfortunate situation.
I see.
That's not like something you're going to see every day happening. Unfortunate.
I like that you're solution oriented though. I like that frame of mind. Always. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying?
Ever since I was a lowercase G, but now I'm the big G.
I'm the big G. It's the lowercase G. Yeah. So that's what we got, guys. Is this what we're doing? Don't do that. Come on, we got copyrights. We got copyrights here. Oh my God. Everybody knows that was
I didn't mean to hit that button.
Miguel Jackson. It was. Dance break.
I'm clicking. I am clicking stuff.
I just said dance break and there's no dancing. There we go. All right. You know what? All right, we're back from our dance break. Listen, I got some more stuff for you. First of all, what I really want to go ahead and talk about right now is your boy. Boom. Come get your boy. That's Paul Pierce, a.k.a. P, a.k.a. The Truth, a.k.a. a NBA superstar, world champion.
Hey, Mark.
He's been wilding. What's up?
Updated news. You might want to jump on this.
What's up? What's the updated news?
Boosie has been picked up by the feds.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that earlier.
Right now, yeah.
I heard about that earlier.
Yeah, Atlanta.
I love Boosie. I love
He's talking about that.
What did they say he did?
Well, no, evidently he had some type of court case. I guess he got caught with a gun out there. I guess it was in California or somewhere recently. I'm not sure if it was California, but he definitely had a case. Anyway, while he was at court, I believe it was California, while he was at court, they were throwing out the case in the state. The feds came and snatched him up. So 9 times out of 10, they grabbed him for the gun case.
Oh, I get it. He was there for some other stuff, and they were like, hey, while we have you here, let's clear this up too. I like it.
Yeah, at least they respect him and they go run in his house.
Oh, man, he's there for a gun case. You ain't trying to run in Boosie's house. You're not trying to run in Boosie's house. They know whose house they can run in.
Well, probably with him not there, but when they grabbed him, they raided his house. They probably raided his house.
Everybody in there with a Boosie fade. He said he was heartbroken because his son came to visit him, and he's got one condition. And you could tell, like, he spoils the hell out of his kids. And his one condition is that they all have the same haircut as him, which is the Boosie fade. I am going to bring up, while we do the side mission, I like it. Little Boosie. Y'all may not know who he is, but you've definitely heard a Lil Boosie song.
If you don't have to. Little Boosie always on the lad.
And he's famous for Vlad, but I know you guys have heard a Boosie song. I know everybody has. There he is.
Damn.
He wants all his kids to have that high top fade right there. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, man. Fat. Yeah, man. Yeah, boy. And he already got cases, so he's looking at about 10.
I don't think so.
Gotta look more into his cases. I think he already got cases, and the feds is different. If he already got a gun case, he's ever pled guilty to a gun case, and then there's bullets. And there's so much stuff involved with the feds, man. The way that they,
I know,
they use all the tactics to get you.
They use all the tactics, and then they say like they are like 98.6% successful conviction rate.
But that's only because most people will take a plea.
Oh yeah.
But when they actually go to trial, they definitely lose when it goes to trial.
I mean, they've lost.
It's nothing like that at all.
Still, buddy, you still got a 98.6 rate of a win rate. How many people do you think? How many people do you think will be like fighting cases like on an annual basis? Like if you could just estimate.
A little bit different.
Like I can't even think about it. Yeah, it's different when you take it to trial.
It's crazy, it's sad. Yeah, they don't give them stats out too much, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's sad. When you get in there, man, they put you under the umbrella. You better be ready to do 10, 15 like it ain't nothing. That's the norm. If you ain't doing 10, 15, they looking at you sideways.
Godspeed, Boosie. Godspeed. Hope he's not caught up in no craziness.
He got bad people. You know, he always on Vlad talking about what somebody is and somebody ain't a rat. And he always talking about, he stays in the limelight. Then he just dropped his album. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure he knew this was coming regardless of the fact when they threw that out. So it makes sense, just drop your album, run around, get some marketing and promotion and go play it out so that, they're going to pick you up. I think he already knew this was coming. He made smart moves. He made adjustments for the business.
Yeah, just like when Fat Joe was talking to 6ix9ine about keeping his life straight. 6ix9ine already knew he was. Just like when Buddy was talking to Young Thug about being out in those streets. Young Thug was like he was listening, but he already knew. Yeah, I remember when Michael Vick was at the was he at the Pro Bowl or he was at the NFL draft or something. He had the all white suit on and he was so effing humble. And I was like, yo, Michael Vick is so effing humble. And little did we know, a couple weeks later, he was going to be front and center, man, for effing them dogs.
Bad.
They know. You got to know, Yo, what do you know about Paul Pierce? Got to bring it back.
What happened with Paul Pierce?
Yeah, this is a conversation that I really want to have. This one's for the people right here. We're gonna do this is Paul Pierce part 1. I am gonna let my guy Stephen A. Smith. I am gonna let him introduce it.
Never enjoy this kind of stuff, but I have no choice. Paul Pierce, former NBA champion with the Boston Celtics, nicknamed The Truth. Could absolutely ball, Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. And person I happen to think is a really decent dude. He joined his former teammate Kevin Garnett on their on Kevin Garnett's Ticket and the Truth, a podcast which was streaming Game 3 of the NBA Finals this past Wednesday night. Things started to go off the rails quickly.
And, he went to jail. He had life sentence. He got out. Well, I don't know why.
Know the identity.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am definitely going to show you this Paul Pierce footage. It's about 6 minutes long. I'm going to break it up into part 1. Then we're going to go discuss our main story. And then I will definitely come back to Paul Pierce and we will talk about part 2. This is so, I don't know. You make up your mind about what it is. To me, I think it's hilarious. But we don't know what Paul thinks about it. Where's my link? Oh, no. So, yeah, Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett played together at Boston Celtics. They won championships. Kevin Garnett's nickname used to be the Big Ticket. Paul Pierce was the Truth. Therefore, they named their podcast Ticket and the Truth, Truth and the Ticket. Now, while they were supposed to be doing a show on Showtime, doing a live stream, and they're supposed to be kind of like how you see the Manning brothers talking about football live. They're supposed to be doing that same thing for basketball. KG came prepared for it. Paul Pierce came prepared as well, just in a different way. And I found it so entertaining. I had to share it with you. Paul Pierce, the man, the myth, the legend. That's crazy. I'm going to bring it up for you. They might have taken this off the internet. I thought I taped it, though. I recorded it. I hate when that happens. I hate when I have stuff ready for you guys and it's not ready.
Turn it up, you know what I'm saying?
Here's a clip. Check it.
Hey, how you doing?
Camille,
nice to meet you. Throw a wall in here and turn it up, you know what I'm saying? Kevin. Hey, how you doing? Camille, nice to meet you. Formula One everywhere, ain't it? Formula One everywhere.
This is my girlfriend for the day. They got a website that you can hire girlfriends for the day.
Stop, man.
And so I got a girlfriend for the day.
Stop, man. Stop.
You can hire girlfriends for the day.
Stop, man.
I went on the website and I hired a girlfriend for the day.
Look, Collins. There go Collins. Look at D-Wade at the game.
Wildin'. Oh, yeah. Ramit does talk about, I don't really do fights like that. I don't really like to. But if you guys saw it, Ramit, throw a link in there for them so they can watch it, because I did watch it. And you know what I saw at the end? Jocelyn Hernandez was had the bloodshot eyes, taking that Las Vegas mugshot, guys. She took that Las Vegas. She might have took that W. She might have took a piece of that young girl's chin. But ultimately, she ended up boom, boom, boom. Vlago, you doing something in the background?
No, I'm sitting here chilling. What's up?
No, I can't hear you in the background. I had you muted for a second because I was picking up the background. So yeah, let's talk about that. Is Paul Pierce, and they're on a live KG certified, and it is sponsored by BTMGM, which is a subsidiary of Disney, I believe. Craziness. And yeah, Paul Pierce had his girlfriend, because as you know, it's 2023 with technologies. You can go online. There's a website where you can get yourself a girlfriend from the day. It's like Amazon. It's like Amazon, but it's called Yamazon.
That was his girlfriend?
You can go to Yamazon.com and rent yourself some yams for the day. As I eat my grilled cheese crackers that are regular buttery crackers with cheese on them. Yeah, run that back. Talk to the people.
It's just sad. I mean, that was his girlfriend, so... I miss... What did he actually do? Did he kiss her or something? Or she's there?
No, he's there. She's there, and she's the work.
Throw a wall in.
She's the work. Give me a second, man. I can't find them. I had it in my video, and I can't find it now. Because that's what happens every time you go live. You lose your mind.
Let me see.
So I have this video, and
Is that Jamie Foxx? Is that Jamie Foxx in the back with his shirt on?
That is Jamie Foxx because he's a sponsor of BetMGM.
Wow.
That's a Jamie Foxx.
Wow.
No, it looks like his jacket is off. I see collar on both sides of neck, which tells me dress shirt is on fully. It's just how the light is catching it. Or that's actually a football in front of Jamie Foxx because he has his suit on. He's tossing a football in front of himself.
It could be the football.
That's
it could
what
be
that
the
is.
football from MGM, whatever he does.
Yeah.
It's that commercial part. Yeah, okay.
I mean, because hold on. Are you going to go somewhere with Jamie when it comes to Jamie Foxx? Because right now he's ailed. I want to see Jamie Foxx first and foremost. I don't want to see Jamie Foxx with a Snapchat filter of Jamie Foxx's face on his old face. I want to know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to see him. I want him to do a couple of impressions. And
was it Puffy? Was it Puffy? Was it Puffy?
And that's what I threw out there for you to dunk on.
I mean, I really don't know. I don't even, that just be spreading gossip. The gossip is that, the beef and out that because I've watched so many of the things. Every time I watch the videos, I've seen those videos that they're using in order to say that story. I've seen those old videos, so I can't really add to that. It's just that's just the entertainment, real joke entertainment.
Like, do you see, like, is
now,
it people like our age?
Him liking buns is something totally different. He likes the buns.
Who?
Puffy likes the buns. Mr. Love now, excuse me, Mr. Love. They call him by his identity.
Love.
Mr. Love.
Nah, man, you're Puffy. Like, there's some people out there that have known me since I had a specific nickname, and you, by all means, can call me that, but no new friends. No new friends can call me that. But I've known him since he was Puffy. Ipso facto, he's Puffy. Or at the very least, Puff Daddy.
Take that.
Or I'll call him P. Diddy.
Take that.
I love Biggie. Biggie called him P. Diddy. Boosh.
Take that.
Yo, I cannot find this clip. They don't want me to find this clip. The powers that be, people. I had the link, and then my link mysteriously disappeared. Hold on. First of all, this happens all the time. So what I do is usually when I find a good clip, I'll record it.
You got me thirsty to know what happened. Give me your illustration. I'm thirsty.
The illustration
I'm thirsty now. I really need to know what happened.
Hold on. You know what? That's right. We're gonna do it old school style, Flash. Let me show you something. And I'm going to show you right here because at least I'll give you pictures. I'll give you pictures. If anything, I will give you pictures. All right, right there. I showed you. These are the guys. These are the guys. KG, Paul Pierce, Boston Royalty, One Championship. Yo, they're on our podcast. Look at these pictures of Paul Pierce in action. Look at the face of Kevin Garnett of a person like, yo, bro. I think there was a meme that said, yo, this is what happens when you recommend that friend for a job and he's just not fit for it. And he just comes in the job wilding out, making you look bad. He's wilding. At one point, he was like, we were getting drunk with the girls last night. Paul Pierce is married. Kevin Garnett, I don't know, most likely has a girlfriend. Kevin Garnett had to give him the shake off, had to shake him off like, yo, P, chill out, P. He was saying all types of flagrant things. He was drunk. He was ordering margaritas over and over. He was talking about his online bio dates.
Oh man, he just
he was talking about he was on his phone talking about he was just like he forgot there was a camera on him, and Kevin Garnett was just trying to remind him. And I felt mad uncomfortable for Kevin Durant. But
Kevin
Garnett. But Paul Pierce, he said something about having a show called P After Dark. I mean, he might have to work on the name a little bit, but that's something I was subscribed to. Because he's a character. And I bet the basic point that I'm getting out of this is that I had Stephen A. Smith introduce this because you already know Stephen A. Smith's stance on this. He's like, you know, Paul Pierce, you're a legend, you're wilding out, blah, blah, blah. We don't need this. It's not a good look. And me on my end, I'm like, listen. And this was part of there was a part of the video that that Paul Pierce says, I might have the video of it. Let me look one more time. But like, this is what he explains. I'll show you right now. I'll show you. Play.
Well, I don't know why. I don't never go. I was just feeling my cut or something.
Let me go back.
Well, I don't know why. I don't never go. I was just feeling my cut or something. I was like, it was popping behind me. It was like,
At the joints over there.
Hey, dog, come on. Hey, I mean, but look, Hood was feeling. Everybody was related.
Deshaun Jackson was never like it.
Can we hear the call?
Yeah, the call.
Yeah.
Know the identity of the man.
So basically, that's what he's saying. And what he's explaining is that he was at a previous party, because this is not the first time that Paul Pierce has just wilded out on cam. Like, on live and on
so, I mean, is this news then? Is this what he does? Is this for his new show?
This is what he does. I don't know if he's doing this for his new show. It does not look like Kevin Garnett was in on it if it's some type of bit. I think this is just how he naturally is, and that's, you know, the reason why I would check out his show. But my thing is about Stephen A. Smith, like, trying to smack him down. Like, this man made his money. He's in Vegas. He's not doing anything illegal. He got fired from his, he was on either ESPN or he was on Fox Sports. He got fired because of the Pierce party. I'll show you that.
And, you know, he went to jail. He had life sentence. He got out.
You know, I'll skip through it. He's got a chick massaging his neck. At one point, you can hear guys talking in the background. And, you know, he's got the girls out there. They're playing poker. He's calling one of his guys Jewish. He's like joking and smoking around there. And then at one point, he puts the live screen, because he's actually going live himself doing this, and he puts his little selfie screen up there, and he throws it up, and you can see Mama's twerking in the background. And yeah, he's living his life, and he got fired for it. And then you can see, like, he had no problem at all going on the other podcast saying, hey, this is what happened. Oh well. He's got his money. He's Paul Pierce. He's living the life that he wants to live. I think that not everybody that, you know, is a effing celebrity or sports figure, honestly, that role model stuff is out of the way. Sadly, it's gone. That's just not what it is. If there are those athletes that do want to take up that mantle, then that's the ones that we're going to look to, and that's the ones that we're going to hold to a higher standard. But Paul Pierce, with the girls, some weed, some liquor, and some gambling, I don't have no problem with it. And I don't understand why Stephen A. has a problem for it either. Really. And I would like to see Pete After Dark. Pause. I gotta pause when I say that, because it just sounds all types of, you know.
It's a play on so many things. It can be P After Dark. I just, you know, that's unisexual, and then it's just so many ways you can play that.
You like it as a marketing standpoint.
It's
You're
kind of
for
funky, though. It is a funky name.
Yeah, it's kind of like
out in front of other people. I'm gonna go watch
P After Dark. I'm gonna watch P After Dark. Yo, that's probably the way to measure a good. Because come on now, I didn't really think when I was like talking shit, getting clicks. I was just like, that sounds cool as hell. Let me throw it out there. But like P After Dark,
it works.
I mean, you can tell people talking shit, getting clicks.
It's just, look, we're talking about it now. Of course, somebody's gonna. That's just the name itself is marketable.
I don't know. I think we're talking about it now because we have fresh takes and we're intellectual like that, and we look at things that the others don't. The rest of those scrubs out there, they don't look at the same we look at.
Yeah, I don't believe most of this stuff anymore. All of it's a gimmick to me.
It's crazy. It's fake.
Total show.
Yo, what type of gang signs are those that she's throwing up?
Excuse me.
What time is it? Yo, already know. Give me a second. I'm still gonna watch that video. I gotta look at it. I gotta hunt for that video. Just let me use all my skills to find this. Certified. Wildin'. Paul Pierce wildin'.
Man, I hope Boosie don't tell. That shit stuck in my head, bro.
What? You think that Boosie's
And
gonna
all
tell
that
him
stuff he talk, boy, he can't. Yo, if he tell, man, he just broke the spirit of the rest of the real.
It's funny.
He
Yo,
broke
on
the
real,
spirit
it's
of
funny.
the rest of the real.
It's funny you say that because I was just thinking about that. I was like, yo, what if he gets out? You said when you said feds, and I was like, ugh, because we know how that goes.
Ugh. He can probably get bail. He got money.
I mean, he beat. Listen, I don't want to put his business out there like that because I don't know him like that, but I am inclined to think that he truly beat that murder charge when he was on death row out in Louisiana. Like he beat that with fists and feet.
That's a whole other story. Yeah, that's a whole other story.
Like I would.
There's so many twists and turns in that story.
Yeah, but I've never doubted him as not being a real one. Like not with the shit, not capable.
But why is he a real one? Because he actually will kill some people because they documentally.
No, first of all, I think he's a likable guy. Like he's on his gangster shit. You know what I mean? Like he's respectable. He gets his money. He loves and takes care of his family, and he don't take no shit. And he's who he is. He's a real one. He's not fake.
So that's why he better not tell.
Yeah, he's a real one. He's not fake. He's not fake.
You know, people got faith in Boosie, so it's all but right to have from Boosie. That's who he has promoted himself to be. So everybody pretty much feels like he should stand on it. But everybody in the real world also like, damn, if Boosie was gone for 10 years, man, it'd be a loss. And then he's done for. You can't come back at 62. What are you gonna do? Going toward Bill Cosby, opening for Bill Cosby?
You hear her? I'm sorry, I just found this.
Open up for Bill Cosby when he come. Bill on the comeback too. Bill doing his tour. He can't no stopping Bill now. He's on the move. Shout out to Bill, man. I wasn't there.
You wasn't there.
I wasn't there. American Family. That whole story bugs me out. I don't like that story either, though, bro. I don't like that story either, bro. 30
Bill
years
Cosby
later.
at 85. Hi. I got a 4-5 strap. Never mind. Right there, Kevin Garnett. Look at Kevin Garnett's face. Yeah, look at his face in there. He's meeting Camille. He's meeting Camille. Let's go back.
Wall in. Throw a wall in.
Watch the face.
Turn it up. You know what I'm saying?
Kevin.
Hey, how you doing?
Camille.
Camille, nice to meet you.
Was there anything? Oh no, there was nothing there. There was nothing there. When I looked at it back, I was like, he gives the look like, I've seen you before.
Formula One
so
everywhere.
This is my girlfriend for the day. They got a website that you can hire girlfriends for the day.
Stop, man.
And so I got a girlfriend.
Stop, man.
Like honestly, ladies and gentlemen, this is.
You can hire a girl.
She's comfortable. She's comfortable. She's too comfortable a little bit. She's showing out.
Who? Camille?
She's trying him. Yeah, whoever's that. Who's that right now? His girl or
that's his
wife
that's his rented. He's rented.
He's
actually married. His wife is gorgeous.
Comfortable though. She's comfortable. She's letting her. So.
Stop, man.
I mean,
she's trying him on the camera. She's bumping, moving around, sashaying.
Yeah,
she's letting her. He's in his own world. He don't care. He don't care. He ain't worried about that.
He doesn't.
He got business taken care of at home. That's people being other people business. He don't know what he might got his business taken care of at home. They gotta understand him. We gotta talk to the wife. We need to interview the wife.
Wife is gorgeous.
She got a wife. Is he married?
Yeah.
You're not an LGBT community.
Playing the video.
I don't know these days. I'm just trying to be. I'm trying to be political.
Right here.
He's married. He's married.
Yeah, you want to see his wife?
Collins.
You want to see his wife? I got you.
Yeah, I ain't never seen his wife before. Okay. Oh God, she very beautiful.
I before E.
She could be like an old head. She could be like a cute old head. And I mean, his libido's still running. You know how that is when you start getting older, man. You be trying to keep on to them. You won't be trying to run like a rabbit, but you be like, man, I gotta go scour the earth. These scallywags running around here are professionals at 18. That's why these dudes are getting caught up. They've been staying in the late 30s, the 40s. They've been staying up here where the grown people at.
Or you're going to get Steve McNair?
Under the 30s.
You end up like Steve McNair?
Let me see.
I'll throw it on a big screen. Boom.
Blow her up a little bit. Let me see her face.
That's Julie Pierce. Gorgeous.
She looks very attractive.
Yes.
I said, you know, we can't. At the end, hey, they might have that understanding. You know what I mean? And she ain't tripping. If he's constantly doing this,
yeah, like this is
she's
like
gonna go for the divorce.
2001, he got kicked off of Fox because he had the party going.
Yeah. She's with this. She's that's his ride or die. She ain't tripping.
Yeah, I have no problem.
His ride or die ain't tripping. That girl next to him don't mean nothing. She a cut.
Yeah, that's Camille. He says he goes on websites.
Oh, look at D Wade at the game.
But he's entertaining though. He's entertaining with Kevin Garnett. I want to see him. I want to see Kevin Garnett.
You're right.
I want to. What happened?
You were right about Stephen A. Why you? That man is. You trying to bring back legends into modern day conversations to kids that are watching you now. Trying to bring back Paul Pierce. Like that man live his life. You had to put that out there.
Stephen A. did way too much in lambasting Paul Pierce. Because not only did that, remember, you see how I just showed you that when Paul Pierce is on the other podcast with the football players and he's explaining what happened with the first party and how he got basically like kicked off the from hosting the other basketball show or whatever. Yeah. Stephen A. Smith goes at that show and he specifically goes at the boy Shady McGrady, Shady McCoy, excuse me. Philadelphia, one of Philadelphia greats. I personally didn't like Shady, but he was good. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so he goes at Shady McCoy, who's now doing shows and throwing it out there. Like, I can't believe this is how you responded, and like you guys are laughing with Paul Pierce and everything, even though they have a show where it's more personable, and you can sit there and laugh and talk like you're one of the guys. Like, I'm looking at Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett right now. Like, this is their podcast. But, bro, how can you have a podcast and not real? He forgot they were shooting a show. He forgot he was at work. Or he didn't care.
That's probably what happened.
Or he did not care.
Or he didn't care.
Yeah, he was drunk. He was asking, come on.
They didn't have to make, you didn't have to make that man. It's always us. Never mind.
Always us, like saying, like being the hardest on each other, right? I see nothing wrong. That's that man's
Kevin
life.
Garnett he looks a little like, oh man.
Yo, we're doing it. We're trying to get this check right here. Kevin Garnett's about his business.
But he looks like he enjoying it though. He's funny.
Yeah, he's like, I can see right now. He's like thinking in his head of how many guys he's about to call and tell like how foolish Paul Pierce is acting. Like, your boy did it again. Like it's gonna be. He
gonna have that man wife looking at me sideways if I just said,
yeah.
Nah, we just his business.
He's not mad at him because they played 7 seasons together. Like, that's just P. That's how he acts. That's what he's gonna say.
We're live. We're live. We're streaming.
Well, shout out to Paul
Whatever you're
Pierce.
saying, they can hear
And all his cuts.
Shout out to
the things that he
everybody.
does.
What's up?
Shout out to P. P after midnight. Shout out to
Join us
P
on the
after
live
midnight.
stream.
P after dark.
Yeah, we got that P after dark coming to you this summer. Look for it, right? Okay, let's get back to it. Right. Look, you know who ain't had a good game? Strauss, man.
I need to wear a ticket at to speak that real shit.
You understand live stream, you know what I'm saying? No. Right. Yeah, truth after dark or some shit. We gotta do some production and some editing within the live stream. Like, what the hell?
That's what he's really saying. We should change the words of his lips.
I mean, Kevin's about that check, but at the end of the day, he doesn't care that much either about it. He's gonna have fun. He's gonna have fun regardless.
It still look like Jamie Foxx got his chest meat out. This is bugging me out.
It does, and but
is Illuminati. It's
like
Illuminati.
I saw him back there earlier watching the video, but I never thought about his chest being out until you said it, and then I looked, and then I can see it. It's a football.
Yeah, it's bugging me out. Yeah, it's the football. It's the trophy he has in his hand in the commercial. But it's just too much. It's almost teasing and inviting to see something you don't want to see. It's trickery. I don't want to see that anymore. It's crazy. But I see. Anyway, focus on Paul Pierce.
The parental guidance on live streams.
It's just live right now, y'all.
Yeah, it's live.
It's live.
It's live.
He is annoyed.
Oh, somebody moving back there. Oh, it's
Bert, Lord,
back there. Oh, okay, I just seen that.
No,
He said
we're working.
We're working.
We're not popping. We're working. We're on the live stream.
Once you understand the difference between popping and popping,
No.
I can't hear him though.
we're popping.
Really? No.
We're live
Yeah, we
streaming.
don't got a volume.
Like you can't hear it at all? Or is it low? It's coming in low.
Well, it's on the phone call. I don't know what they hear on the screen.
Oh, you hear it through the phone? Okay. Yeah,
Show me the live stream.
It's right here. Look. Move, Jelani.
Show me.
It's right here. Look right here.
Show me the likes and the comments and all that on that.
Yeah, give us some questions. Let's take some questions. You want some fan questions? You want some fans questions?
Show me now. It should be live.
You want
Show
some
me
fans?
now.
You want some fan questions?
Yeah, give me some fans questions.
Fan questions. What's some fans questions?
So this live right now. What y'all asking? Oh, this is it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Man, hit the button on this one.
Yo, we'll definitely come back to Paul Pierce. Amazing.
I don't know. I'm gonna check that out. But it looked like something to watch.
Right? I just got the little highlights. I'll put that in the chat for you. Hold on, I'm gonna throw this one in the chat for you. This is the one he got fired for. I don't even know where my chat went. It's somewhere over here. I think it's this one. Here it is. Guys, I'm hitting that chat for you. Oh, it's not gonna let me. It's gonna say. Oh, it'll let me do this one now. All right, so really what I want to get into, the main story of this evening will be boom, boom, boom. Affirmative action, diversity versus discrimination. It is a very important topic. It's important to our, seems to be the Asian American students who think they're not getting a fair shake in college and universities. And it's also a case that could dismantle affirmative action, which, I mean, I didn't hang up on him. I heard him click out though, but I did not hang up, and I felt that he was about to go. He's about to go. He's about to go on some. He's about to go take us somewhere, and I like it. So, Richie, call back, Richie. Call back, Richie. Now I'm gonna call you back. Oh, that's fine. Yo, I got the perfect button right now for all of you guys.
You need an administrator.
Yeah, that's what we need, administrator. Yeah, I do, definitely.
Thank you for calling Call-In Studios host and call screener line.
Enter your 6-digit PIN number.
Let's get this.
Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Call-In Studio web interface. Audio recording is on.
I do. Guys, you guys were here. You saw that. You see what's going on. We're not even talking craziness this week. And they're trying to stop us. And they are trying to stop us. Are you here? Seriously? They're still trying to stop us? I know you're here. That's right. Richie Revolution, guys.
Yes, I'm here.
Did you hear the call drop?
Speak on this?
They're called dropped. We want to talk about affirmative action. That's all we want to do is talk about affirmative action. I mean, there's no way by the end of this I'm going to bring it around to reparations. I would never do that.
That's the bullshit.
Listen, they're getting rid of affirmative. The right wing is supporting the young Chinese students in this movement. It's just another way to get rid of affirmative action. They're using the Chinese youth to do it. They're pitting them against us when we're not their issue.
Yeah,
they need their own issue.
Yeah, Richie Revolution.
Get their own affirmative action if they feel that way. Why try to get rid of what we have that's designed for us?
Oh man, it seems like we're going to take another side because is it really for us? Huh?
We're the only ones that can benefit off of it.
Who's we?
We're the only people who can benefit off of it.
Who's we?
The African-American male and female, who is definitely coming from the bottom and working their way up because they don't come from the prestigious family, but their intelligence gets them in those classes just to get those in those classes.
Oh, wow.
These places are looking at your family background and so much more to get you in there. So, and then you have to have that education, them and Princeton and what's the other ones that they got?
Yale, Harvard, all the Ivy Leagues, right?
Right. You need to have a certain type of oomph behind your family background to just walk in there.
This is who, right on the screen, who gains the most from affirmative action, guys. That's who. Number one. Number one, guys.
White women?
Exactly.
Okay.
They have gained the most off of affirmative action. So affirmative action was basically started in like the late 1960s, early 70s, right? And when it was proposed to be specifically for Black Americans, African Americans, Negroes, coloreds, whatever you want to call it. That's what affirmative action was specifically to be for. I probably said that wrong. Was meant to be for. All right. However, as it was getting voted on, there was some changes, and ultimately they added. I need you to mute your phone.
Okay,
I got you. Mute it. Mute it. He's muted. All right. So yeah. So at the end of the day, they added white women. You know what I mean? Like affirmative action was supposed to be like the man saying to you like this, hey, you guys built this country brick by brick, and then your progeny came in and they were discriminated against and they weren't allowed to enjoy these facilities and institutions that your actual ancestors built with their hands. Their children and their children weren't allowed to enjoy it. So what we're going to do is, we're going to give you that leg up. We're going to let you guys use NAS 3 times in this race instead of once. Right? That's what it was like. It was like the man was like, thank you for all this hard work. You know what? Out of appreciation and a token of just generosity and all the money that you made for me, I took a small portion. I got you a gift. And while I was over here to give you the gift and let you know how much I appreciate you, I just realized that it's my anniversary and I didn't get my wife anything. And next thing you know, Pastor gives the gifts to his bitch. And you ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. You have nothing. Oh, no. That's right, Richie Revolution. You know what we got? Juneteenth. We got Juneteenth. We got Juneteenth ice cream by Walmart.
Juneteenth ice cream by Walmart.
Yeah, that was a thing that went on Walmart. It was went all in on Juneteenth, kind of like Target and Budweiser went in all on LGBTQ. And instead of, how LGBTQ was like, I don't even drink this beer. I don't know why you put my face on this can, but I gracefully and graciously accept it. The Black people were like, F that. We don't want no Juneteenth ice cream because that ain't that type of holiday. It ain't that type of holiday. Like me personally, I'm going to take it because it's a federal holiday. But
hold up. It's a federal holiday?
Juneteenth is a
That's right.
federal holiday.
It's not. It's finally a federal holiday.
What do you mean finally?
This will be our second year.
I'm sorry.
It's our second year, correct?
I mean, me out here in these streets, I do not know how long us black people were fighting for Juneteenth to become a federal holiday. I don't remember. I don't know any. I don't ever remember watching any political debate where any of the black political intellectuals came on and were like, you know what we need as a people? We need a federal holiday called Juneteenth. We never asked for this.
This wasn't popular.
As a whole, we didn't ask for this.
Somebody was out there fighting.
I mean, we're only 13% of the population, right? 13, 14, maybe 15% now, right? How much percent of the 15% wanted Juneteenth and was fighting that hard where they actually made, you know how hard it is to get anything to be a federal holiday?
Yeah. So whoever was fighting had to be fighting extra hard to educate the people about this day.
Is it that or is it, hey, we know that you know how much we value our federal holidays, and we're going to give it to you in exchange for not giving you something else?
Could be.
You know, perhaps like our coin.
The average person doesn't care. He just talks about the coin.
The average person doesn't care.
They don't even sign the things that go around. They don't even sign the petitions that go around about that. People don't sign.
Sign those petitions when they come around. That's what I'm saying. But now we have affirmative action, guys. We have it. We have affirmative action. And
so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Really? You are just trying to copyright me. You're trying to copyright me. You're sounding exactly like the Cooley High harmony right now, and it's not doing what it's supposed to do. You can't
kill it like that.
It's not doing what it's supposed to do. Right.
Did I hit it with that deep note?
Yes. Baby, you know I knew about it. I just didn't care.
I'm not going to take it. But you know, they're going to kill it. They're going to kill it. They're going to kill it. Nobody cares. You for drilling right now.
I know you guys want. We're going to do this. We're going to do this right now.
Yeah, that's me.
What's a trash fish? What is that? Oh, that's a Granny from last week or the last show. Yeah, that he does. He just calls podcasts, and it seems like he likes to call African American podcasts and talk to them. He's hilarious though. So I'll let him get away with it right now. Yeah, and I've watched his other shows. He hasn't been disrespectful. He's just funny and self-deprecating, which is, you know. And he's drunk when he's doing it. So, yeah. There it is. Asian American students blames affirmative action for college rejections, but California law does not allow it. That's right. Since 2003, California law has not allowed affirmative action. What they do, however, allow is for you to consider race in admissions. It's not the same thing as affirmative action because affirmative action usually calls for specific numbers and quotas, whereas most colleges and universities don't even work off of that model anymore. They just use affirmative action. They just bring race into the case when they're deliberating of who's going to be enrolled at their school. And we're not just talking about, regular Penn State or Rutgers or anything like that. We are talking about Ivy League schools here. Hey, Richie Revolution, do you know how many, what's the percentage of Asian students at Harvard? Huh? You want to know?
Nope.
Yo, it's approximately 20%. In 2003, it was probably about 8%. In 2023, 20 years later, it is at 20%. And you
know what that means?
What does that mean?
That means that as a people, as they come in, they hold their students down. And the ones that that should have been in school with them, their people that should have been in school with them, that might have lost to that black kid because of affirmative action, or that white woman, they feel that is wrong. And they're fighting like they should.
So you think that they're... I get you. I get it. Let's move more into the story. So the guy who's actually suing and that's upset, his name is John Wang. Wang, maybe we can say Wang or Wang, but it's W-A-N-G. How do you say it like that? Please don't laugh. Dude, we're talking about...
I would just say, it's the tone of your voice.
But here's John right here.
It's just the tone of your voice.
John Wang. So here's Johnny right now.
Right?
Yeah, let me tell you something about Johnny. Johnny had a 1590 SAT out of a possible 1600. He had a 1590 SAT. I know this by heart. I'm not reading this because it's amazing. Do you know what his grade point average was? Richie Revolution? His grade point average was 4.65. Never in my life... I didn't even know you could go past 4. I never knew you could go past 4. I never knew it.
Okay.
I didn't know it. He knew it, and he did it. So we're talking about damn near perfect score in his SAT. We're talking about extremely overachieving in academics at high school. And in of course, his extracurricular activities were off the chain. Sports.
So clearly Harvard didn't want him. They didn't want him. Wherever he was going, they didn't want him.
Oh.
Because he beat out, that scores that beat out the regular kid.
My little butterfly.
Affirmative action.
My little butterfly, you cooking that cocoon a little bit more because we want you to be more beautiful and magnificent. And let me work. Let me work here. You're on the right path, though. You're on the right path. I like your thoughts. I really like it. All right. So let's just keep it a buck. And this is what it's coming by. This is what it's really coming down to. All right, so he's working with a group called the SFFA, and that's what we're really talking about right now. The SFFA is a oh my goodness, I lose it. It's Students for Fair Admissions. So Students for Fair Admissions is basically a group of people that came in from this guy. See, this is Abigail Fisher. She had a story. She was in Michigan. She didn't get the grade. She wasn't top 10% in Michigan or whatever to get the grade. So the second thing is she still didn't make the cut. So then she started yelling like, yo, like it's affirmative action is doing this to me because I should be in school. And they were like, no, that's not it. You just didn't make the cut. And really, she didn't have John Wang. Now, John Wang, we're talking about his credentials. Definitely. Him, I'm paying attention to. Like, this MFer is going to cure something that's uncurable right now to us. But this little lady, nurse, maybe emergency room nurse at most. I don't want to get talk stupid about her. You know what I mean? And it's not because she's a ginger. Or maybe it's because she's a ginger. But here we go. Me too.
Weird attraction of always had.
I think we'll talk about that in overtime. We'll talk about that when we drop into Ashika Island or wherever we're going to drop into after the show's over.
Pee after dunk.
I will not be there for that event. No, sir. No pee after dark here. All right, so John Wang is suing. This is, what is his name? His last name is Blum, B-L-U-M, and he is basically the organizer for the Students for Fair Admissions Act, and that's who's bringing the case to Supreme Court for Harvard and University of North Carolina right now. Okay? But the SFFA has also created something called the acceptance percentage model. And it's basically a model that has to do with race, obviously numbers, and college admissions. Now, according to this model, John Wang is approximately 20%, had a 20% possibility of being admitted into Harvard with the credentials that he had. had he been an African American, he would have had, no. If he would have been Hispanic, he would have had a 77% chance of admission. If he was a black student, he would have had a 95% chance to be admitted into Harvard. Right? It sounds like a great case. But yo, you know what? Yo, let me step back from this.
Not at all. It's not a great case. It's not a great case.
Hold on for a second. Hold on a second for Richie Revolution. I'm going to step back for a second. I want to play this video, and I want to show you some opinions by some Asian students. Now, to be fair, obviously, not all Asian students feel this way. Some understand, what affirmative action is supposed to be and what it's for, and they, they're with it or whatever. But there are some Asian students that have a backlash. Before we go into this, we have to define what is an Asian student. So, this is what is included as an Asian student. It is, give me 2 seconds. The census defines Asian Americans, Asians, as those with origins in the Far East, China, the Southeast Asia, or the Indian subcontinent, which includes India, and also the Inhopi, which is Native Hawaiian and other Pacific Islanders, such as Samoans. I'm trying to think. Not like Hmong. And then I'm thinking about my other brothers out there, Filipinos. They're, but whatever. All right. And then you have the U.S. jurisdictions of Asians that are in Melanesia, Micronesia, and Polynesia. Boom, boom, boom. I did that. Now, according to records of 2020, there is about 18.43 million Asians that fit those categories in America as of 2020. But did you know this? They used to have people from Southwest Asia, Iraqis, and so forth. In that region, they would be considered white, and they are now considered Asian. So those numbers should be going up the next time you take a tally. Academics. We talked about steel beams melting. I'm breaking down Asians, American Asians to you. This is what we're here for today. All right. So let me begin this video for you guys right now. Probably going to be an ad. It's always an ad. Here's always an ad.
Health Neurosciences program. The most advanced
switch up to
brain
this.
and spine care in South Jersey at Virtua Our Lady
You guys go to
Hospital.
Virtua if you got some brain and spine stuff going with
For
you.
you and your smile.
All right.
How can we simply look at this and let this happen to us as Americans, not even parts of the Asian American community, but as Americans, for us to be looked at our race and discriminated against? It is un-American and against every single moral, value, and principle of the Asian American community.
Frozen dumplings, word.
Affirmative action is something that is definitely very important to me as an Asian American student. When you have race involved in college applications, there are higher standards and more stereotypes towards the Asian American community. And when you have people who support
something that is definitely very important to me as an Asian American student, when you have race involved in college applications, there are higher standards, more stereotypes towards the Asian American community. And when you have people who support something that is definitely very important.
My parents came from China to escape, and they came with one suit of luggage with just clothes, legal documents, and a bit of money. And they came from basically nothing to where I am right now in America. I can definitely say from my parents' point of view, it is absolutely disgusting on how, they work so hard only for me to work my hardest as well and to be at a disadvantage. How can we simply look at this and let this happen to us as Americans, not even parts of the Asian American community, but as Americans, for us to be looked at our race and discriminated against? It is un-American and against every single moral, value, and principle of the Asian American community.
My name is Jan. I've been a school counselor for 13 years. I've done quite a few years in high school. I am the resource counselor here at White Oak. You know, when I was working in high school, I definitely, told them, not to put racial identity on their application. When I'm growing up, in the Asian household, it was, you're not Caucasian, and, you also don't have affirmative action. So what you need to do is, be the best. And if you're the best, they'll pick you. That's no longer the case. Even if you are the best and you're best, you have the best test scores, you have the best grades, you have everything set. But if you end up circling that you are Asian American on your application, you are kind of shooting yourself in the foot.
My name is Hua Guo, but I go by Eva. I'm a former board director of Student Welfare Admissions. I'm a mom of 2 school-aged kids. I live in Montgomery County, Maryland.
Montgomery County, Maryland is one of the richest counties in the nation, by the way.
Where Montgomery County Public Schools is the largest public school system in Maryland. MCPS published a Gifted and Talented Program Reforms report. The reason for this reform was that they thought that there were too many Asians in the Gifted and Talented program. Many highly qualified Asian American students have been rejected by the Central GT program, while non-Asians with much lower GT test scores were accepted.
My name is Jason Lee. I'm a freshman in Postal High School. I'm 15 and I got involved into SFFA with my mom. I think that would be great if they would banish affirmative action because it's really racist. They aren't trying to get rid of racism, but they're trying to silence us. I know a bunch that opted out of putting their Asian American name on their college resume. They recommend me to also opt out. So especially in the GT programs, their entrance exams are all very biased. I have plenty of friends that are non-Asian American that have gotten much lower scores than I have. Maybe 10-20% lower, and they got in while I did not.
I think that everyone needs to speak up. When I was sitting at the meeting where everybody was sitting there looking at the chart where they combined the Asians and the white in the same data point, everybody was looking at each other like, what the heck is this? But nobody's saying it. If that was the case for any other ethnicity, there will be people hooting and hollering and rioting and doing all kinds of stuff because it's coming to the point where this is not.
It's hard to smile when you're wearing or
Of course we get an ad, guys. For real. Get yourself checked out, Inspira. Now we watch the conclusion of this
extra tips for you and your smile.
Keep it rolling.
I knew when I went into this that I wasn't quote unquote straight, but I didn't.
Unacceptable. And this is going to the point where like we will lose, the American dream, and we will lose, meritocracy or whatever it might be, and we can't let that happen, and we have to speak up.
You heard him.
You can break into tech.
Revolution. Can I get him? Can I get him? All right. I think I muted you because you were banging around in the back. All right, I muted you. You were banging in the back, so I had to get you. All right, so we already know that.
I couldn't hear it the whole time. I couldn't hear anything. I tried to play it, but it was blending.
It was going out? Nobody in the chat said
I didn't come in at all for me on the phone, but I tried to watch it while it was on. It started mixing with you.
Gotcha.
But it's okay. I already pretty much understand what's going on.
So they're talking about it's unfair. Now this is the issue where we come in. We already know. You and I both know who, wins when it comes to affirmative action, guys. We know it, right? We know it. But it seems like in the United States of America, the poster child for affirmative action looks like a black man. He's a determined black man with, a look of grit on his face, but he also has a little ash poking out from his knuckles. And that has been the poster child for affirmative action when we all know, we all see who gets it the most. All right? What is this thing? Let's get out of here. Right? We know this. So, what's the deal? Why?
Well, who's fighting against this? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So it seems to me like this. It seems like you said earlier, which I totally agree with. It seems that because of this, there is a case that could possibly be overturned. They're going to overturn affirmative action. And the reason why I'm saying that right now is because the justices that were on the Supreme Court in 2003 are not the justices that are on the Supreme Court now. And even though the most conservative judges tend to get to the Supreme Court and tend to rule a little bit more liberal, affirmative action isn't actually a liberal topic anymore. It's not the liberal topic of conversation anymore. And I think that's one of the reasons why, along with the Asians having on the outside looking in, looks like they have a very good case here. This is the reason why I'm saying they don't have a good case, because we know the history of affirmative action. Really what they need to do is revamp it and roll it back to what it should have been originally. And then we're not even going to have this talk or this conversation anymore. But they're not. But Richie Revolution, you also said something before I go off on this. You said something that I want to address. Like, it's supposed to be for the poor people, but even when it comes to colleges, the black people that are, getting in college by using the Racial Identity Act, it's not affirmative action anymore because we can't do numbers, but a lot of them have money, So ultimately, what happens at college? There's definitely nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. The reason why I think that the Asian students are having issues is because they've been too successful. Damn near. Kind of like Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is beating them up in Augusta, and then they decided to tiger-proof these golf courses to try to handicap Tiger Woods. But it's not even like that, because that's kind of racist, because it's like Tiger Woods is just good. He's the only black dude, and nobody else is as good as him, and you're doing that. And it's pure competition. Whereas college is not just about academics, it's also about the experience, and most universities, especially Ivy League schools, want to have a wealth of diversity, because in diversity comes knowledge, it comes experience, and they don't want. And I'm saying these Asian students, and from all of Asia, we're not just talking about the traditionally looking Asians that were shown in the video. We're talking about Indians, we're talking about Indonesians, we're talking about people from Vietnam, people from Cambodia, so on and so forth. What they have done is they have put together such a beautiful package and a script for their kids to run off, that when they're enrolling in these top-notch universities, they're all looking the same on paper. They've all taken the same classes. They're all getting the same grades. They're all playing the same instruments as extra. They're all doing the same extracurriculars. And what they're doing is they are taking Asian students. We see it's 20% in there when the Asian population throughout the United States right now is probably hanging around 8 or 9%. So we know that they're getting more. If we're talking about a quote or numbers, if we're talking about affirmative action, it's working for Asian students. It just seems to me that in these top universities that there is not enough they're not differentiating. How can I say differentiating from their Asian peers? You know, I get it. There's 100 guys from India and China and Korea that have 4.0s and they've done, these same curricular activities and they're all in science and...
Bro, you said it is 20% of them in there?
20%.
What are they talking about?
Yo, and
it's 20% of them in America in schools. It's 20%. What are you talking about?
These are loose numbers. They are well represented in college and universities. But at the core, hey, listen, you said I need to do these curricular activities. You said I needed to have these scores on my SATs. We got these top scores. We did these extracurriculars. We have done everything and checked the box. There is still one box that colleges get to hold on to, and that is definitely the racial identity box, and for reasons of diversity. Because when you look at a college effing pamphlet, you got to see a black kid, a Spanish kid, a white girl, a white boy, a handicapped kid. You got to see everybody on there. You guys go ahead. I dare you. I dare each and every one of you to go to any university, edu, whatever, and you're going to see the same type of pamphlet. It's going to be a diverse group of people on there because that helps higher learning process. I want to go to college and we all did the same stuff. We got to have different people. Of course, you want to, to be there with somebody kind of like you, to have some familiarity and a little security there. But it's all about different experiences because we're going to go in a world and you're going to have to deal with different people. That's what I think's happening. But I think really what's happening is that Asian Americans they found that I'm not saying it's a cheat code or anything, but they just found that wave when they know that, hey, I'm going to check these boxes. We're going to be successful. I think they have been successful. The guy who's actually doing the website is going to Georgia Tech, something like that. But yeah, I think that ultimately this isn't an argument. I think ultimately us knowing as Black Americans who actually gets the most out of affirmative action, is it even an argument for us? Is it helping us?
Well, if you don't have it, it doesn't matter. If you don't have it, you'll never know. We'll find out when we don't have it. We'll find out what happens when we don't have it.
And
if we don't have it.
And according to this,
we will, but if we don't.
The way things are going, it seems like we may be finding out very soon what's it going to be. But you know what? It's not really. I get upset, and I'm only reporting this because, yes, they always make Black people the poster child for affirmative action. But in this case, do you really know who is the ones that are lacking? It's not those Black students. Come on. Do you actually think Harvard is inviting dumb anybody's to come to their school, whatever their race is? Do you think that they're not going to invite anybody who cannot, bring back to that school and add something to that school? You think any Ivy League school is just saying, hey, I need a Black person, so I'm going to get a regular degular ass dude off the street? They're getting the best of the best. They're getting the cream of the crop. And yeah, they want to say, hey, all right, he didn't get a 1590 like you. He didn't have a 4.6, but you know what? He grew up as a effing foster child, He does have a 4.0. He did take these college prep classes. He has these extracurriculars. Plus, he's holding down a job and taking care of 3 of his siblings. That guy also deserves to go to Harvard too.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Go for it.
Okay, so the argument against affirmative action is the Quizlet, right? It is it's inconsistent with the principles of fairness and equality. That's the argument that they're saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem here is why it has nothing to do with them. So what are they fighting against? Who are they fighting against?
That's what I'm saying.
They are fighting. It would be fighting against us, correct?
I say
ultimately it's fighting against us. We know that white people have it, but when you, like you said, when you think of affirmative action, you didn't think white people.
Really, you're thinking about black people. So they're basically being used as tools to fight against black people, basically black and we'll say brown.
So,
but I'm going to say black people.
So who's fighting against that? Who's the major league fighting against that?
Well, I think we already showed that the SFFA, the Students for Fair Admissions, was ran by I think his name is Jeffrey Bloom. I'll bring his picture up for you. I'll bring it up again. His name is Edward J. Bloom. Yes. Let me bring that over here. His name's Edward J. Bloom. There he is.
You know who is supporting this? White males.
Yeah, hello. Of course they are.
So I mean, I'm saying as in the simplest form, we know what's happening.
But why are they celebrating? Why would white males celebrate? That's what I have to ask you about. Why wouldn't white males be celebrating?
Because white males feel that they're the most discriminated against when it comes to that affirmative action. That's the white male argument is that they're the most discriminated against.
Yeah, they're having the same. I think
women are getting it. Women are getting it. Women are getting it. Chinese getting 20%. Where's the white male?
Where's the white male? And there's a lot of guys
they're saying. That's what they're saying. I don't know the statistics of white males in these schools, but that's the argument of affirmative. That's the basic argument of affirmative action and the fight of it generally.
Yeah.
So now with the Asians tagging along, and now the Asians using this, Asians are using it because it's hard. When you think affirmative action, you think black, but Asians have a tan color, like they want to call brown. See, that's why when the Asians wanted to fight to be white, they told them no. But if they had been white, then they would have fell against affirmative action regardless. So now what they're doing is saying, well, hey, we're minorities too. Their argument makes sense, but the reality of it is your numbers don't match you being discriminated against. What it really boils down to is, oh boy, wasn't accepted for a reason. If your grade points are that high and they didn't accept you for a reason because you beat out affirmative action groups regardless of the fact. If you are one of the highest and your intelligence is that high, that means you beat out white male, white female, and everybody else. They chose not to pick you. Something is wrong with you, they felt. Maybe they looked in your background and felt you was affiliated with something that they don't like. We don't know these parts of the story.
No. I think really what happens is, like, ultimately what it's coming down to is that it's, like I said, they have a cookie cutter process of getting into these higher echelons of universities and colleges. You know, they're all doing the same thing. So, hey, if I know that I'm going to keep my numbers of Asians around 20%, then I know my incoming Asians, I'm going to get the top-notch ones. And then out of those, they're all going to have basically the same SAT scores, right? They're all going to have those same extracurriculars. If we're going to take those guys too, but we're going to take the guys that, hey, you weren't on the fencing team, or you just weren't in a drama club. You was the president of the drama club. You were the captain of the fencing team. It's really, when it comes down to grades or anything like that, it's not gonna be like, they're just whatever they're doing. They're taking the best of the best people at college right now. And then my argument would be is even if you call it affirmative action or whatever, you can't prove it statistically because enrollment numbers are going up for Asian Americans and blacks and Hispanics at the moment.
That's why I don't believe that they're going to win, because it's just common sense. Good fight, though. I mean, common sense just makes common sense.
I get it too.
But we'll find out.
But yeah, like I said too, the same judges that ruled in 2003 are no longer there. We have new Supreme Court judges. And I think that, in 2003, did you think that they were going to outlaw abortion? You think the Supreme Court would have came up with that? But here we are.
Hey.
And
we live in a land where we don't.
I mean, if you're gonna get mad at Obama for anything, and I mean, this is why I'd be mad over it. You should have fought harder to get your other Supreme Court justice pick in there, because they stole one. They rushed one through, and then stole one from you. So
gave you Obamacare though.
That's a plus what? I mean, yeah, they call it, and you hated Obamacare, but you guys love the Affordable Care Act.
Exactly.
I don't get it. You love the Affordable Care Act? Yeah.
What's the matter?
They know what they want. Everybody. People are political, man. They're emotional. The black people are emotional. They don't vote.
Oh man, what do you think? Black people vote for emotions? I don't think so.
Black people voted out of fear. They voted one president out of the fear of the other one. They didn't vote because of anything he had for them.
I mean,
they just voted out of fear. That's all you heard about.
I mean, buddy, it doesn't even matter. You're when you only have two candidates, it's like a 50-50 coin flip. This guy could be in jail. Donald Trump could be in jail and run and actually literally win president of the United States from a jail cell.
We were doing numbers the other night on statistics of the presidents, what Obama did, what Trump did. We were just doing this the other night, like prepping for it, like podcasting and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And as we're going through what was actually done under each president, one was for 4, one was for 8. The one that was for 4 did just as much as the one did for 8, right? And then we're just talking about just in general. I went into actually for our people, right? We just talking about for our people. Mm-hmm. And so we started going into the concept of, like Donald Trump never being racist until he started running for the office and he ran straight for the racist white man. The poor in the bucket, he went for that. And it was like, damn, like everybody that knew him, like all the celebrities and shit like that, is not racist. Like, yo, who do you think backed Jesse Jackson to go in to fight for the presidency? And who do you think he backed for all the black this, that, and the third, boom, boom, boom? Like, yo, he's been like this his whole life, and all of a sudden he wants to run for president and he becomes racist. Now, I don't get into conspiracy theories or nothing, but I just look at all of this as an entertainment, and all of this is a worldwide high school presidential race of entertainment that we really don't care about the milk and stuff when you ain't got no milk to pay for anyway.
Yeah, but we care about the TikTok videos of not being able to pay for milk.
Law.
That's what I think.
Yeah, we don't pay attention until it's too late. They can't take something we were fighting. We were holding it down from the door.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Take it all? We had the point where where's the fight at? Who's fighting against it?
They planned this 100, 200 years in advance.
Yeah, but who's fighting against it? Like who's the adversary?
Like my whole your wallet, your money, your resources, your freedom, your time, your energy. They're trying to take all of that.
Like major groups, like Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. Is there any major groups that are standing against this?
Yeah, SFFA, Students for Fair Admissions. Yeah, they're the ones that are bringing
the school kids.
No. I showed you. No. Sir, did I not show you? This is the leader.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a legal. I
just hate when black. I think
he's not a lawyer.
You need people who can walk and fight for you. It's not about the color, but you would think people that are losing it, that's about their people that would be more involved. Where your churches and stuff at? This taking these 10% to every Sunday.
I don't know. This is
standing up for stuff like this.
That's what I'm saying. Crazy. I'm not, but we're not saying that they're not. I don't know what people are doing or not doing at this point. We will hope that the church will be involved in this and standing up to this. I did see, just looking through Google, and you see images. So I am doing the dumbest form of doing it, but looking at images. But from images, I could see recent pictures of students both protesting and students celebrating, this act against affirmative action. At the end of the day, if the white man, and we're going to do with the quote fingers, if the white man wants this affirmative action to be lifted, and then we're going to hold schools to actually having a specific standard for admission, such as we're going to go solely off of we're going to grade you on extracurricular activities and grade point average, then there's going to be an issue for the white man, for the white population.
The white man is fighting the white man because the white man I hate to say the color thing, but you have to take it like this. Right is fighting against wrong, right? justice. People are fighting for equal justices from all races, colors, and creeds. Chinese, black, whites. It's a mixture of people who are actually fighting against this, right? A lot of the times when we see it, we're going to get these phases in this dialogue of just certain groups, but there are definitely all people fighting, and that's why I just say that for all black people in America should be standing up everywhere. While everybody else, all the other races are fighting for us, the white man, the white woman, the Chinese man, the Chinese woman, the Indian man, the Indian woman. There are people in this country that are fighting for us too. But the problem is that we aren't fighting. If it wasn't for you doing this is a way to fight. But that's what I'm saying. With all these other publications, they want to talk about so much goofy things 24 hours a day instead of taking at least 8 hours of the day to really sticking on people fat. Something for us, something by us. You know what I mean? Old school radio FUBU or some sort.
It's beautiful that you bring this point up.
Like that real raw. That real raw.
Because I'm going to give you the solution.
We're missing that congregation. But it's coming. It's in our time. We're still growing. We ain't supposed to see it. This is the marathon of life.
No, I'm going to see all of it. I'm going to see all of it. I'm seeing all of it. I'm getting my check because that's what I want. I don't want Juneteenth. I want my check. I want the land.
How do you want your check and credit?
I mean, what is it? Is a mule? Is that like a Ford F-150 or is that like a Ford Ranger or some shit like that? But give me that one, boom, and then give me some acres and leave me alone.
Acres and a mule with interest is so much.
Ultimately, this is what I'm saying. I think and this was going off conversation with you, if white people or conservative white people, the right wing are in favor of this affirmative action being banned, you're just going to see more and more Asians in school, and you're going to see less and less whites in school, and you're going to see more, I'm going to say, Africans in school. So this is what I'm going to take from it. We're not going to get mad at affirmative action either being taken away or staying. We're not. Affirmative action was supposed to be for us, and when I'm talking for us, I'm talking to black people right now, my peoples of color from the diaspora. But when I'm saying this is that affirmative action was specifically supposed to be for black Americans. It wasn't supposed to be from people who come from Jamaica or Virgin Islands or anything like that. It wasn't. It was supposed to be for black Americans. That's not the case. And even though that's not the case, we still are not the ones who are coming out on top of this deal. We're coming at worse because, first of all, we are the front man for just a bullshit policy. I understand what it's meant to be, but it has never been what it was meant to be. It was a marketing technique to think that something was being done for us, and then it was a marketing technique for the other side to have someone to blame for their lot in life, right? So this is my advice for black people looking at this like we're going to lose out if affirmative action is dropped. I'm going to tell you what we need to do. Whatever the Asian Americans and the Asians are doing to get into these classes, and there is a list of things, simple things like prioritizing school and home life above everything else. You can sacrifice for those years and come up with a program to get your babies through school and out of high school, graduating high school and higher numbers.
Asian kids are being funded by their government as well to get over here. So it's not just that.
I get it. But you know what? There's black kids get funded by the government every day. Black women and children are funded by the government every day. I'm not
18 to 1 billion. 18 to 1 billion is different though.
It don't matter.
Billion to
this is what I'm saying.
18% of people. That narrative, that's why they're 20%.
It seems
matters.
like we're fighting. It seems like we have always had this fight against education in our community between Booker T. Washington and Webb Du Bois.
We don't need their education. We need our own education. Stop chasing their shit.
That's great because I'm sure those students still speak their languages, still have their cultures, customs, stories, music, and everything that they need to be a part of their own culture and have their own identity. Not saying that we can't have that too, but I am telling for the ones that are out there, you need to study hard. And even if it doesn't work out for college, it's going to help your life. You know, it's not about going out. It's not about partying. It's not about J's. I know I sound old and gray. I know there's gray more in here like that. But the main focus, and this isn't even for the kids, because usually kids don't care. Kids don't care until you get to a certain age. But once you get to a certain age, if you've had a great foundation, this is for the parents. If you had a great foundation, these kids are going to be good. We're not raising them on, spoiling them on PS5s and Jordans. We're going to spoil them on education, knowledge, and mental, spiritual, and physical health and wealth. Until we prioritize that as a global Black community, we're always going to be at 8-9%. We're never outperform our numbers. We're never going to outperform our numbers. Like, I know, you know, we all know that school is some bullshit. We all know that, you know, most people get trained on their jobs. But you got to go, you got to do it. Just buckle down, follow that list, that game plan, just like our Asian brothers and sisters did. And then we can have an issue where we're talking about, like, yo, all these Black students are getting perfect scores on their SATs. They are the captain of the football team and basketball team and drama club and shit. And they're tap dancing all over you hoes.
Many people know him as the jump.
And then we'll be good to go. Everybody do that. Everybody do that. Because at the end of the day, smart people help us all. They lift us all up.
Eventually
Academics and intellectuals do. Yeah, but let's not always forget that no matter what you do, there's always going to be some opposition to it. There's always a push and pull in this world, and we're getting a little spacey about it. So just stay focused on your goal, get the stash, get the cash, and go.
Yo, Richie. Oh my God, look at me.
I'm large robot. I'm not large robot. No more. Revolution. The revolution. Ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to wrap up, I got one treat for you. One treat for all of you for hanging out and being so damn cool this evening. I got one little bit. Let me get the little bit for you. Revolution is out. Revolution left. But don't worry, guys. I got one more good thing for you. Since you ate these vegetables, we gotta let you guys get your play on. And I hate when he does that. All right, guys, check it out. Surprise, surprise.
We'll reintroduce the classic Kelly Green, and I'm super excited. And you know, I don't know what date that's going to be, but I think the fans will love it. It's why we're bringing it back. We really took the feedback seriously over the years.
Live.
The first moment we could get the Kelly Green helmet approved, we'll finally be able to see it on the field.
Yeah, that's right, Bird fans. We're rocking the Kelly. That's right. We're going back to the Randalls. Yo, you guys want to see a leak? I got it. UniWatch. Check it out. UniWatch.com. And here is the Eagles Kelly Green throwback jerseys leak. That's Jalen Hurts. Boom. Look at that. That's beautiful. Look at the back. It is Kelly Green, guys. The numbers look a little different, but they got the birds on the side. I love that. I love the whole bird. I don't like just the bird head. I like the whole bird as an Eagles fan, guys. And these are amazing. Now, back in, I think it was like 2010, we went to the Kelly Greens, but I think those were like the Chuck Bednarik joints. You I mean, these are the Randall Cunningham. These are the 80 to 85 to 95 uniforms. Man, when they came out the midnight green, that was the roaster for me. All right, so like Jeffrey Lurie said, who's the owner of the Eagles, he said that, we've been trying to do these Kelly green uniforms, and I don't know, in this area, every year, that's what we always say, no matter win, lose, playoff makes, playoff miss, we're like, damn, why can't they wear the Kelly greens? I think I'm allowed to speak for everybody when I say that the Kelly green uniform is the most beloved uniform. All right, so the reason why they couldn't do it is because of, I think it's called the shell rule, and I think when it's called the shell rule, because of referring to the shell or the helmet, and teams can only have one type of helmet, and you can't really throw the Kelly greens on with them damn with the midnight green helmet. You can't have the midnight green helmet with the Kelly green. Just don't make sense. Seriously. All right, so Vlago's not here, but I will have to let you know that as always, we're wrapping up. Really appreciate you watching the show. Thanks to everybody that came out, show love. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell a friend, and listen in on Thursdays for our show. It's the me episodes, but without you guys, but with you guys, it becomes and transform into the we episodes. And we love to hear from our amazing viewers. Your participation makes the show what it is, special. And when I mean special, I mean it like, what's his name from, whatever, Handyman special. Anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Your support, engagement, active involvement means the world to me, and thank you guys. So I will see you next week. Same time, same channel. We will be talking about... No, we're going to be going live, but next week I will have a show. Well, before the end of the month, I will have a show commemorating Black Wall Street and the Tulsa Massacre, a.k.a. the Tulsa Race Riots. I'm putting it together for you guys right now. It is a slew of great information. If you guys have been following the story of Black Wall Street and the history around it, I am sure that I can come up with at least 2 to 3 things that you did not know before. So that is why you're going to want to come back and check us out Thursday nights, 7:30 p.m., live with Mo 3 times. It is the me episodes. That's the wrong scene. I meant to hit that one. That's right. It's the me episodes. Blah, 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 blah. I do the talking, and then right when it changed, I said, but I need you, and you call in, and you hit the chat, and it becomes the Snap We episodes. Dude, I did that with just perfect timing because that's what I do. I appreciate you guys for coming out again. Peace out. Hit the theme music. We will be back Thursday, 7:30. Call-in line is 313-825-5557. This is the show. Don't forget, at The Real Talking Getting on Instagram. And don't forget, you can use that little QR code to share with your friends. They can scan it in with their little photo app, and they can go straight to the channel. You can check all my old videos of my lives out on YouTube. Talking shit, getting clicks. You see, the YouTube came up right then and there. I don't know, but I am in the zone right now. If you hit me on Twitter, @AFishTalkingGetting, right now, just send me a friend request. I'll send one back. I ain't on there like that, but I will be. Always, if you want to have any ideas for the show, you want to come on and join me or do anything, hit me on the Gmails. And let the children sing. Peace out.